What is going on, everybody?
What is good?
What up, man?
Man, is it going to be just the three amigos here today? I wonder.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Well, we know one of our co-hosts, Brick Babe, is not going to be here today. She has things that she has to take care of. I'm not sure about Brick Dynasty. I'm not sure if Jay will show up or not. But look, I give Jay a little grace.
Yeah, she's West Coast, right?
Yeah, she's on the West Coast, man. So, yeah, it's like 7 a.m. there. I feel like even if you're not older, even if you didn't go out and party the night before, just waking up at 7 a.m. Well, it wouldn't even be waking up at 7 a.m. because she'd get up before, you know what I mean? So like, let's say even like 6 a.m. Yeah, dude, what the heck, on a Sunday?
Listen, I give it to her. I just recently went to Vegas for the first time on the West Coast, me being over there, and it was 8 o'clock at night there, and they were inviting us to go out, and I was burnt. So I'm like, what do you mean, let's go out? For me, it felt like it was time for me to go to bed. That's it. It was only 8 o'clock. It had just turned 8 o'clock.
You know, I think about a lot of our, some of us, we know like a lot of Lego ambassadors and stuff, you know what I mean? And, they all went over to that fan media days. And
I was
thinking about like their jet lag and, depending on where in the world they came from too, I mean, that's because I feel like unless you live pretty much right there, you've got a long flight ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
dude, when me and my wife went on our honeymoon, we went to Amsterdam. We made the big mistake. We literally had gotten married the night before. So that was the first mistake. We flew out the next morning, which was not a good idea. We get to Amsterdam and we're at 11 o'clock in the morning, their time. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just get a little lunch. Maybe we'll take a little nap, like an hour or two, and we'll wake up and go check out some stuff. And we slept, and we woke up, and it was 7 o'clock at night, and we were like, uh-oh. and then we were up, and we were in a new place and no idea where we were going. So we're like running around at night trying to find something to eat for dinner. Big mistake. And then we're up all night because we're now on our time still, and not their time,
man. It's difficult.
They tell you just to like run through it. Don't take a nap,
Yeah, and our bodies are kind of wired to, an internal kind of clock, depending on where you're at and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember working a third shift in a hospital for a while. And, I'd go to work at like 10 o'clock at night and get off at 7 in the morning. It was so weird because, I'd eat lunch at like 2 in the morning. But yeah, you just have to like really try and adjust, after that. But anyways, another good morning, Brick World. Another Sunday. And here we have another round of applause for all of you out there in the chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the engagement, all the good mornings, and all the wonderful vibes. And as tradition, another round of applause for all out there that are lurking. Hashtag let me lurk. I appreciate it. I understand it. And I appreciate the views. Thank you. So, yes. So today's topic, we're going to continue on talking about the Friends theme. We started it last week, but sometimes, we just jibber jabber for a little while longer than we expect to, and that's okay. I feel like good conversations are to be had. Sometimes some of the subjects we discuss, they're a little more complex. They're not like a black and white issue. So it's sometimes we don't get to finish talking about the main theme of what we're actually going to be doing, and that's why we're going to have part 2 of the Friends theme. It is also the end of the month, which means we do have another member giveaway.
Boom.
I do want to apologize. I know I'm really behind on sending out stuff to all the giveaway members and all that. I have sent some stuff out. Other stuff I do need to still send, like J Bob. I know I got your Lord of the Rings poster. Bearded Bricks. I got a set for him. I had a set for Papa Trip, but he wonderfully was being super nice and told me not to send it to him and to send it to somebody else, basically. So I will I'll put his gift back into the pile, and we'll send it back out to somebody. But I thought this month, because that new Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming out, I would go ahead and do a giveaway for the Brickheads.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like super rare or anything like that because there was a trillion of stuff, but I don't know. Maybe, you know, I'm pretty sure they're retired now, so maybe you didn't get a chance to get one, you know. So we will give away that to one lucky member. Where are we at? Oh yeah. So before we also get into the rest of the show, let's see how our co-hosts are doing. Let's go ahead and start with LegoLongoria. How are you, my friend? How was your week?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Yesterday I went on a little, you know, me and going on estate sale hunts. Went on a little estate sale hunt, and I picked up these two gems. Picked up this set.
Second, man.
Nice.
Yeah. 1987, I believe. All the pieces were pretty much there. There's a couple pieces missing, but you know, nothing too big. And then I got this one too.
Okay.
And
now, I mean, are these like white whale type sets you wanted?
No. I just kind of. I'll look up estate sales for the weekend and see if they're selling any Lego.
Oh, right. The estate sales, right.
And then I'll just kind of go out there and see what they got. Those look like pretty cool. I picked up, you know, this set, brand new.
Oh, the camper van. Yeah.
Pretty.
Is that a thing though? Is that like an all around thing? Can I just type that in and do that?
Yeah.
Too? Because listen, I'm a hunter.
And I got this one. This one was kind of cool. The only thing it was missing was this minfig, but it has Dawg, and it's all there.
Nice.
But I got it pretty.
Classic.
I got it pretty discounted. I mean, I think I got it for $35-40.
Oh my gosh, dude! Yeah.
And I got it cheaper because I knew it was missing that minfig. I was like, hey, take $5 off. Then I got, you know, some of them are retired. I got this set too for pretty cheap.
The Charles Dickens.
Yeah, sealed and everything. So
right.
You know, I just go look and see if I can do anything, you know, with them, and see if I can put them together and just have them in the city or something.
Nice.
But I try to look for some of those old like 1980s Lego sets, you know. Both those ones that I got were 87, and because they're bagged, you know, they had some random pieces. So I got a whole bunch of other minfigs that are not even part of those sets, like that guy.
Hold
on a second. Hold on. Let me see what that one is.
I'm trying to figure out like where they're coming from, you know. I have a whole like almost half other set for a boat set that they sold back in 87.
Yeah.
I got both the minfigs for those, but yeah, there's just some random, you know, torsos and legs and yeah. So I got to see where they came from.
Yeah, that's like
little boat ramp, little thing. So I'm assuming I have a boat set from something.
Yeah, it reminds me of I had a series for a little while called The Long Haul.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because like I just periodically would buy like these huge bins of Lego from just parents. I'd go on Facebook Marketplace, and these parents, if their kids whatever moved out or something, and they'd be like selling it for $100, and I'd just be like, hey, I got 80. You want to take 80 for it, cash? And yeah, they take it. Right. But yeah, I'd skim through it, man. And some stuff I kind of know what it was. Other stuff I had no clue. So I would just make these videos just showing everybody all these different minifigs or torsos or whatever, all these pieces, printed pieces. Yeah, it's pretty wild, all the stuff that you can find.
I mean, the ones I was on the hunt for, because both the places that I got these sets at, they had one place had the pet store modular, the detective modular, the cinema, and the bank. And the Big Bang Theory little apartment.
I've been wanting the bank. That's
all of them are retired.
My white whale set is the firehouse.
The firehouse,
the firehouse,
yeah. I found that one at one time, but it wasn't all together, and they were asking too much for it.
See, anybody out there, if you know anybody or you're selling it or anything, man, let me know. You know, if it's for at least a decent price.
It's a weird thing because usually that first day everything's full price, and then the second day it's like 25 to 50. Sometimes it's 75 on the third. But you're banking that nobody went on Friday to go buy it, you know, at full price. So when I showed up Saturday, all those sets were already gone, you know, and I just kind of got what was left, you know.
So here's a random question for you guys in the chat. Do you think, let's just say you had the opportunity to either buy the firehouse or buy like let's say a couple modulars, like the new modular coming out, and then Arkham Asylum. Buy like lump a couple of those together, or just get the Firehouse. Because I'm not gonna lie, dude, I really want that Firehouse.
Yeah, that Firehouse Brigade is the one you want, right? The older one, yeah.
The Ghostbusters one.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what it's going for right now. Like, it's got to be at least 5, right?
Yeah, the last time I saw it was 650. And I want to say it was shaky because I don't know. I've seen it for way more. So when I saw it for 650, I thought I was getting scammed. So I've seen it for 800 at least.
Because even
I've been looking for you, man. Every estate sale I look, I'm I'm looking for that Ghostbuster.
Well, because like Mrs. Hive, she knows the price of Lego, obviously, because how involved I am with it. But I wonder if I was, because I've even spent several $100s, like the Razor Crest and stuff. But yeah, I wonder what she'd say if like she figured out like I was spending that kind of money on just like one normal size like modular type set. Click and Cliff says he's seeing it for 800. God.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When I saw it for 650, I was like, no way. And that's crazy to even think that. No way, that's a lie. It's a scam.
I know, but everybody's got their line that they draw. You know what I mean? It depends on, I guess, what it is, what it means to you. I mean, because in my head, I'm thinking like, look, man, I know it's gonna be worth a little more than whatever, but it's like 800.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the prices for some of the stuff, I'm just like,
it's like
somebody's really willing to pay that much money for that.
The Simpsons stuff,
What defines a line?
I know.
Because it, as a collector, you're almost not forced, but you're almost obligated to the people that support you to be like, all right, I gotta make this purchase. But at the same time, if anywhere between $500 and $1,000, it's like yowza. It's like, and this is every first of the month.
I mean, even like, because even like when we talk about like a couple $100s or even more for like a fig, I mean, obviously, rarity and stuff has a lot to do with that kind of thing, but you look at like custom figs, and those can be quite expensive too, and we know why. I mean, obviously, there's costs to do this stuff, but I don't know. It's such a broad and complex conversation because there's so many different things involved in it, But I don't know, the value of stuff. It's supply and demand.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sometimes with certain markets, it just gets a little muddled. I mean, because think about it. When was Lego ever worth any money? You know what I mean? When adults started getting into it,
right?
And then once Lego figured out they could tap into that kind of market, it's just crazy from there. And then there even things like we've talked briefly before about like the let's say the Mexican plant, the warehouse or whatever, you know what I mean? Like people stealing figs from there and then selling them, right? And Lego, this has been going on for a long time. I mean, Lego has to know about it. I don't even know if they've actually confirmed they do know about it. But I don't know. Some people say they can't stop it, but I don't think that's the case. I think they could. I think they could if they really want to. I mean, dude, I can keep track of people stealing stuff out of a maintenance shop. I mean, like telling me you can't put cameras up or hold anybody accountable, or I don't know. It depends, I guess, the market, how much these people are making too, if it's worth losing their job over.
Right.
Yeah. And what'd you say, Mom? I'm sorry.
You said can't stop what? What, people taking?
Stealing the figs from the Mexico factories and shit.
Oh,
well, it might be cartel shit. That might be cartel stuff, and they're not gonna mess with the cartel, man.
Yeah,
can you imagine if that was what it was, man? That's so wild, dude.
Yeah, they're probably not they're like, yeah, we'll
we'll
lose that money.
In New York, I don't know about a lot of other places, but there's a lot of employees can blow it up that much. They get 50% off, and that Death Star is on the market in New York. So way cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've covered a lot of news with Lego theft. So we know what kind of market there is for Lego on the black market. You know what I mean? However, I mean, is it how big is it like as far as money wise for at least figs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm, because it's not like they're swiping like a couple. They're doing like it seems like they're almost like doing whole batches of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
pallets.
It's got. I mean, it's got to be a lot, dude. I remember buying Darth Malik. You know, because I wanted to sell one and keep one, and there was a bunch of them being sold. And then even then, I think about like a lot of a lot of people selling figs and stuff, especially figs out in the whatnot market and everything, and how they just have like bags of them, man. And I'm like, good God, dude. Like, I understand. Like, you're getting so many to the point where I'm like, you might as well just open a small store somewhere because you're getting like this influx of product. Like, and yeah, it's such a wild thing about like selling stuff like that, because I'm like, where are you getting all this stuff, man?
Right.
Like,
what truck did you get it off of?
Yeah. And I'm not talking about like, you know, well, even then, like talking about like not let's talk about a fig that you just get out of a set, but it's like how many, because it's like what, somebody bought like 100 of these sets and just
to get that
get that minifig, you know what I mean? Like it just, I don't know.
Absolutely.
It seems like an odd way to make a lucrative kind of business, but obviously
you see it on Whatnot though. They break that set up. They'll sell the figs, they'll sell the instruction book, they'll sell the box, they'll sell the set, and you'll see it set for sale without the figs, and then the figs, and they'll make money on all of it. Just the box. I've seen the box for sale. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I just can't see buying a box unless you really wanted the artwork on the box.
Absolutely. I've seen the Macari and Whatnot in these places, and they'll sell just the book $15-$20, $40, $50 set, and you see the menu $15. I'm like, man,
dude, this market is so weird, man.
Yeah, I mean, you looking like, man, you know you can go digital.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just funny.
Trying to get those insider points off of it.
This type of market, you know, when I was growing up and younger and stuff, you know what I mean? Obviously, this type of market was in different things other than Lego, you know, that I had seen. And I'm sure a lot of us, you know, not all of us, but a lot of us have been around, known people, you know what I mean? It's Good Morning Brick World, so I don't want to talk about like drugs or anything. So I'm not going to say it was drugs. But I'm also not going to say it was drugs. So it's weird. It's weird to see like people with like bags of minifigs like under the table kind of thing, or like, you know, like the cartel stealing Lego minifigs from the factory in Mexico, and like what? And some people be like, well, you know, at least those you can keep and put on a shelf. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not like I don't have it, but you also can't have a good party with those things either, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just odd to me, but it's funny. So moving on. Yes. Brick Mamba, how have you been, man?
Busy. Yeah. I just shifted into. I'm almost finished. I got a few more boxes left. Shifted into my new bigger vault. So I got rid of the third vault now. 1, 2, 3. That's the third. Got rid of the third vault. I'm into a bigger vault now. So, but this is it. I mean, I don't think, because I know I'm moving, so into a space where I can call my own Lego space.
Yes.
So hopefully, no more vaults, and it'll be it. But it's a process, because a lot of those sets are sealed and boxed up and, you know, taken care of. But there's a lot of sets that are not. The things that I've been shifting, you know, from recommendations of other people in the community, letting me know, hey, you know, just recycle, because I'm running out of room in the house. But they're like, just recycle, just take down, put something new up. So, like, hopefully I could put the Titanic up, because I'm taking down Rivendell. So hopefully that could be a thing.
There's a whole wave of us that are downsizing a little bit, or selling stuff off, or at the very least, at least getting rid of stuff to make room for other stuff. Look, for an A-fall, you know, and I say A-fall because I feel like even T-fall, maybe it hasn't been a long enough time frame, but like a lot of if you've been doing this long enough, you get to a point where some of us, like I said, you need to do something with it. Because I mean, look, you guys see the space I have, and I pretty much filled it up. You know what I mean? And it's like it's ridiculous, man. Because look, I ain't gonna lie, and I don't know how much of a hypocrite I'm going to be by saying this, but like I've reached a point where I feel gluttonous about Lego, you know, and not in a bad, malicious type, you know, looking down on kind of way. It's just I feel like I have too much. You know, I just kind of feel like I have too much, man, and I don't need it all. Even to the point where I wouldn't even mind getting a smaller room. And I know a lot of people would die to have the amount of space I have. You know what I mean? And I totally get it. But I don't know. I have so much Lego in this room that you guys don't even see, that is completely unorganized, or I don't know what to do with, and you know, maybe if you know, I could be making excuses. Maybe if I got more into mock building, like really dedicated myself to it, I could utilize all these pieces that I've got. But my focus for a long time now, obviously, has been my channel. And yes, it involves Lego, you know what I mean? But it's like a lot of it doesn't, to a degree. So I don't know, you know, and then it's just like, yeah, okay, I could sell stuff or downsize to make room maybe for other new stuff if I want to. Because obviously, if you want to keep collecting Lego, you've got to do that. You got to get into some type of recycling project, you know what I mean? Or you're just going to eventually just stock up so much, then you definitely got to store it somewhere. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I was literally having this conversation with my wife the other day. I was like, okay, this is the new plan for the room. I was like, I'm putting shelves underneath the tables, and that's where I'm going to put the rest of it. It's like, dude, you know, and then I was like, and once my oldest moves out, I'm taking over her room. You know, it's like,
yeah, I mean,
I already have plans, dude.
I think my ultimate evolution eventually one day, no matter what the size of the room I have, is to have some glass cases behind me with very limited type stuff that means a lot to me. And then maybe if I have the room, a very small city, or maybe even like a shelf city, kind of like what Shy's got going on.
Right.
But simplified, clean, and not that much to maintain. Because dude, you know what it's like trying to dust all this stuff? It's oh my God. And it's like, you know, because I want to take pictures and everything, but it's like, oh wait, I gotta dust this first. It looks horrible. I don't know, man. It's just one of these things.
It's one thing that you don't think about when you get into this hobby. When you get into this, like when I first got into it, you know, I bought a set here or there, and then I was like, oh, you can build a city, and I started building a city, but never at any point until recently did I think, oh, I'm gonna eventually run out of space, right? Like you just don't think that. And you try to fit, like you try to be like, oh, I got this little spot here, I can put this little, you know, like all those modulars that I wanted to buy yesterday at those estate sales, I already had like spaces for in the city. I'm like, okay, I can put that there, I can put this there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was all planning it out.
This is a different type of collection than other stuff. You know what I mean? Like now it's similar to other collections. Like if you collect like statues and busts, or you know, like there's a lot of cool bigger things you can collect, you know what I mean? Like that takes space as well. But then there's other things, like things that don't take up really a lot of spaces, like comic books, you know, cards, stamps, I don't know, whatever, you know. It's like even comic books, you would have to have thousands of them before they start really taking up space in long boxes, you know. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks much prettier. But so, all right. Anyways, let's get into the bulletin board. Then we will get into the highs, hellos, good mornings, and how are yous. And then obviously get this show going. But, you know, it's just, I feel it's important, you know, we talk about random stuff like this because it is things that a lot of people that are newer into the hobby don't, like you said, they don't really think about. You know, when I first got in the hobby, I didn't even think about like, oh, I'm going to need tables and shelves and you know, all this other stuff. You know,
that never even was a thought in my mind either until
nor did I ever think about. Nor did I ever think about to the point where like, oh man, I'm running out of space. Like I have to, you know, swap stuff out. I don't know. These are first world problems, obviously. You know, oh, I've got too much Lego.
And it's hard making the decision on what you're going to get rid of, right? You know, like,
well, that's the other thing too, is eventually I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like I would get to a point where I'm like, I can't really make a decision.
Right.
Like what do I get rid of if the time came? Like the gunship or the slave one? Like, huh?
Yeah, they both.
I'll take the slave one if you're getting rid of that. Because I'm missing it. I'm missing.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't ask the panel. They'll make you decide real quick. Oh yeah, get rid of that one. Give it to me.
They'll be like, yeah. Well, what's funny is well, it's not really funny, but and some people already know this, but like if something ever happens to me, so there's a couple different people that Mrs. Hive has a number to, and one of them is like Shy. So like she would call Shy and be like, hey, I need you to come out here and get rid of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And like because she might keep something, obviously as a remembrance or whatever, but like, right. She don't want none of this stuff. She don't want to even try and figure it out, like how much anything's worth. She would just rather just like give it away, like get rid of it.
I told my wife the same thing too. I was like, here are the 3 sets that I want you to keep. The other ones, get with Lene or Brick Hive and like figure out, have them tell you what they're worth and get rid of them. Like I was like, don't just give them out. Like these stuff worth money. Like get your money and
because
for my funeral at least.
Because a couple people's number that she has, it's like she knows, like obviously Shy, like she knows like Shy would be fair. He would know what to do with it. And knowing Shy, he'd probably he'd probably maybe keep some, give away some to other friends and stuff like that. But he'd probably just give it all away to like charity or something. Knowing him, and knowing him also, he might try and sell some of it just to give some to Mrs. Hive. But
right.
On her, she ain't gonna want to take any of it. So, all right, bulletin board time, everybody. First of all, we want to say thank you as always to the replay gang. You guys always show me how strong your replay game is.
Shout out to the replay.
Yes, all the time. I'm every week I'm amazed. I'm like, look at all these people replay. Please support our co-hosts. The links to their thingies are in the description below. And when I say thingies, I mean their pages or channels or whatever. Please go over there and show them some love, give them some support. That would really mean a lot to them. If you would like to support me, support this channel or any of the things that I do on this channel, you can become a member. You can subscribe. You can go out there in the chat and say yeehaw. I mean, that's always some engagement. If you become a member, there's different perks. If you throw out a super chat, we got super chat clips that we put out. You can think about us before you go to bed at night. Next time you go out to dinner with people, tell them about us. Good morning, crew. Good people. Anyways, anything you do does help the channel. We appreciate it very much. If you would like your sigfig to be in the Good Morning Brick World intro or any other videos that I am doing, I do have a city video that I've been working on. It should be out hopefully pretty soon. But yeah, if you'd like to, but it's always going to be in the Good Morning Brick World intros. You can send it to the PO box in the description below. And that is the bulletin board, everybody. Yeah, I got through that one kind of quick. That's good. All right, let's go ahead and get into the good mornings, the highs, hellos, and how are yous? Because as always, we do love you and appreciate all the engagement that you guys give us. The chat is always wonderful. I always talk about how you guys, make us laugh. You bring up good points about stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know, chat. Am I wrong? And yeah, they quickly say yes.
Yes, you are.
All right, Cajun A-Fall in the house. What's going on, man?
Good morning to you.
Hoarder 66. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Brick Hive, we're gonna move right past that guy.
Yo.
Countra, good morning. I'm glad you're here as well. See Big Nate out there. Good morning, Big Nate. How are you, my friend? I see my Bricks and me. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Bricks by Dre. What's going on, Andre? How you doing?
What up, Andre?
You have a great Sunday as well. Christine Harper. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Christine.
You know what? I didn't even think about the
the music.
I know. Sorry, I was like trying to go too fast.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Yeah, that's not normal. Where are we at? Christine Harper, good morning to you. Smokey. It's Smokey. I'm glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Scott's Blocks in the house. What's up, Scott?
What up? Good morning.
Good to see you. Also good to see Rapture Raccoon out there.
Good
Hope
morning.
they brings good tidings. Same to you, my friend. Same to you. Good to see you. The Earl of McCleister. Good morning to you. I hope I said that right. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I see Lonely One Kenobi out there. Good morning, my friend. So good to see you. Let's see here. Who else is out there? I need to. Oh, we got Whittaky. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, what's up, man? Good morning.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. What did you see yesterday? Went on Cole's website to order some Lego sets. One Ninjago and one City set. Also, both of them are for Christmas. Yes, I imagine that time is approaching us. It's getting closer. I mean, what October is? What, in just like 2 days or something? I think.
Yep.
It's
Wednesday is the 1st, I believe.
They got the
It's
vault.
coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. When am I going to have a show about Animal or all about Animal Crossing?
Well, never.
Yeah, I mean,
I can answer that for you.
I think anybody could have probably shot out an answer pretty quick about that. Who knows? Maybe,
the last show ever.
Look, you guys, nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
Labubu's been making appearances on Pure.
There you go.
Fury, so you just never know.
Check out the vault, guys. Check it out.
Labubu Crossing.
Oh snap!
Here is.
God dang! Oh my god!
And this is stuff that we got to take out. These have been CMFs and booklets. Those take up so much space, man. This right here, this is what you was talking about. Just other collections of. That's Pokemon, unopened Pokemon, loose bins. The city's back there. Sets. So some stuff, yeah. Small boxes, brickheads, just brickheads here. Small boxes and stuff. The process, but it is a big unit. It's a way bigger unit than I had. So
what's your end game?
This is it. This is it.
I mean, but is it to like resell eventually one day, or you're just gonna put them
like
on
you said? I'm
day,
going to get rid of a lot of it and keep what I feel are good display sets, just to have on display and just build regularly and do that type of thing. But I don't think I'm just going to be out there getting cool sets.
Right.
No, I think, like this one, I'm a Batman fan, but honestly, I bought it just, because I was missing the Rasta Batman and the Reggae Man and the Fire one. So I bought it just for the figs. Okay. So the set is still sitting in the box.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. There's a few people that I kind of want to ask that question to, over time. There's one person in particular that I was thinking about, and I know I haven't run it by you guys yet, but pretty soon I wanted to do a show about like investments, Lego investments and stuff like that. And she also has quite a collection going on, and she's into stocks and everything, but she collects Lego, obviously, for investment purposes, as far as like long term though.
I'm always
a lot of people
that too,
because a lot of people
as collectors kind of dabble in it,
Well, so I got a huge backlog, and I would say probably about 30% of it is probably stuff I'm just holding on to and letting marinate.
Right.
The rest of it's just there's probably like 10-15% of it that's personal. Like I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get rid of it, and then the rest of it's for like giveaways and everything. But anyways, where we at, Anthony? Good morning. How are we doing out? Zoned out, sitting on the couch, but now I'm here. I'm glad you're here, my friend. I'm glad you're here. I was watching IBrick's stream last night. I was working. I just didn't say anything, but I was watching off and on. Dude, that man streams longer than just about anybody I know, man. So I was like, wow. And then streamed again. Had another stream last night. It was crazy. Let's see here. Where are we at? I love that Brick Mama is driving our man on the scene. I know. He's always on. He's always moving around, man. That dude's always got stuff going on. Camel City Brick House in the house. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good morning.
I see Stephanie out there. Good morning,
Good
Stephanie.
morning.
Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Firehouse for sure, right? See, you guys are picking up when I'm going down. It is expensive. Yeah, definitely go for the Firehouse. The price is only going to go up. I know, right? And then watch, they'll make another one, but it'll be like downsized, current Lego status. And
like the haunted house one.
Or it'd be like dollhouse style. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. You're killing me. Anyway, Buy Flego. It's only a couple hundred. I know. I'm thinking it's tempting. I've put one, well, technically two if you count the Star Trek shuttle, a little Star Trek mini shuttle, whatever it's called. I've got that kind of sitting somewhere in the forest or something like that. But I've only put one fake Lego set in the city, and it was that IBrickz Fun Hole bus stop, graffiti bus stop.
Yeah.
And it feels weird. It feels weird, guys. I'm sorry.
Does it feel blasphemous?
I can't explain it, and it's really stupid. You know, it's a stupid feeling, but like I can't help but, you know, because I've had
doesn't do fake
Lego
Lego
sets in the past.
Yeah, I don't either.
Huh?
I don't do none Lego sets
LegoLongoria,
either.
he doesn't even know what you're talking about right now.
I have had some in the past, and it feels weird. And it's a very odd thing. I don't know what the psychology term would be, because obviously we don't mind custom stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Well, most people don't mind custom
Right. That's weird, right? That
we Lego pieces, you know.
Yeah, we embrace the custom, but we don't anything non-Lego. We're like, ah.
And you know what's and here, check this out. You know, you'd think out of just about anybody, I would be able to easily be like, yeah, I will totally just mix all kinds of stuff in my city. Like, what do I care? You know what I mean? Especially with the amount of complaints that I have with Lego. And especially because of the prices, because what are you going to do? Just not put anything else in your city once Lego's too expensive? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you would think that I would be able to do that, but yeah, I think that's this mental hold that Lego kind of has on people. You know what I mean? It's that premium aspect to it, you know.
I'm gonna tell you, after meeting with Lego and they came to see my city and they asked me, you know, about how I felt about building and all that, I told them that the base plates, like some filler stuff, that I got a bunch of base plates from Amazon or whatever just to put under it, because I started transitioning into the mills and all that, and that was expensive. You know, it was expensive to. So you know what one of the designers told me? He was like, "Well, we sell the parts. You know, you don't have to buy a set. You could always just buy parts and just build." I'm like, man, sheesh. You would think that they would have a little bit more compassion. He's like, nah. He's like, well, we sell the parts. You don't have to buy a whole set. You could just build another building or build this. And I'm like, wow.
And
it becomes expensive.
And you know, the crazy thing is check this out. If I would have like just started, if I would have just came out of my dark ages now, I ain't gonna lie, man, I probably would have really leaned heavily towards like IBrickz and stuff with the buildings, or almost any of the other off-brand brick companies with the buildings. And I could have made a city probably 4 times as big for, if not the same price, cheaper than what I've spent now.
Right.
I mean, because think about it. Like, I want to get the Arkham Asylum. How much is that? Like, isn't that like $350 or something?
300.
300.
Yeah.
And then the new modulars coming out here in just like 2 months or whatever, a couple months. That's another almost 3, I think, because it was like 280 or something. Then these are the Italian Riviera. I kind of wanted that to put in the city. That was kind of enclosed. That's pretty awesome. I don't know how much that is. At least what, $100 and some dollars. And there's other types of modular buildings they're going to be putting out here pretty soon. So I mean, yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see how Lego gets through it. So we'll see about Flego. I don't know. I will say this. It seems that at least in the broader community in general, not just non-land members, but I've seen land members also meddle in stuff that's off-brand, you know? So it's becoming a bigger and bigger presence. There's no doubt about that. I've even seen a couple people that I've been kind of harping on, because they're always, and this is important too. And I'm going to continue to talk about this or rant about it on Pure Rant Fury. If you're out there just painting a broad stroke about LAN members shilling for Lego, and then you yourself get free sets from an off-brand brick company, and then do nothing but say how great they are, well, I'm gonna be calling you out for that. Just so you know. Nothing personal, obviously. It's like I tell anybody that I've ranted about, it's nothing personal. But yeah, I don't. That's some serious hypocrisy, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit by and just like let people do that. Anyways, Click and Cliff in the house. It's good to see you, my friend.
Good morning.
Where else are we at here? Let's see you guys talking about the firehouse. Oh, yeah. I don't know about making an offer. I have no idea how much a used one would go for or anything. But I am interested, no doubt. Rob Claxton in the house. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
How are you doing? It's good to see you. Where else are you? We got Chef out there. Chef T, what's cooking, brother?
Yeah, what's up?
What's cooking? Cliff says, I'm out of room myself. Yeah. Steffi says, have you looked into the Lego buyback program, Hive? Yes, I have. I just don't know.
I feel like we're getting gypped.
Yeah. What are they giving you? Like $3 a pound or something?
It's $4 a pound.
Is it $4?
I think it should be higher.
Well, hot diggity damn. $4 a pound. Well, let me just get rid of all my Lego for pawn shop type prices.
Because a pound of Lego is a lot. Like
it's like 20, at least $20. I thought, you know, I mean,
it should be more.
I don't know. I feel like you're walking into like Pawn Stars or GameStop, and Lego's like, I'll give you $3.50 for it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right, $4.
Yeah.
Like, if I use $4 just in gas, bringing it to you, man. So I don't know. I'm not against it. I'm just not there yet. I feel like I could literally I should just make a damn brickling store. That's what I should do. I have so many pieces, and I have a lot of like really
I've thought about it
pieces too. You know what I mean? So,
but just to have to itemize everything and put everything that's the pain. Like that's what I don't want to do. I have millions of pieces here that I could probably put up
and I would rather be kicked in the head, dragged through glass, and then dunked in lemon juice, man, than sort bricks.
I have, and no, we're not doing that.
I don't want to sort that, man. Like, then I have to pay somebody, and okay, we're getting off track here. Ultra, what's going on, my friend?
What up? Morning.
How you doing? La Boo Boo, you're right. La Boo Boo. I hate love my little boo boo. Kalantra, good morning, says, for me, when it comes to space, my build room office jam packed with Lego. I try not to buy display sets. Just sets for my Lego City. Yeah, I mean, that's what my rule of thumb's always been. If I buy Lego, it's either got to be something that would look good for display or something that I could utilize for the city. Anything in between or beyond that, like I can't. It's too much. Papa Trip in the house. Good morning. Morning,
Papa Trip.
Good to see you. Mayo out there. It's your boy JP. Hello. What's up, Mayo? How you doing? Sorry, just kind of get through the comments here, making sure I don't miss anybody. You guys having some pretty good conversations out there. That storage unit will be full in a full month. Oh.
Probably.
Let's see, Anthony says, yeah, this indeed. I was there watching Stiffy. By the time he got to after hours, I wasn't feeling up for it. Yeah, man, it was a long time. I'm not sure, Kimmel. I don't know, especially live on the air. I don't know. It's too much to think about. It's called being loyal to Lego, but Kego is not loyal to you. I mean, I'm assuming you meant Lego. Yeah, I gotta tell you, there's a lot to talk about with that. Italian Riviera is $329. What? That can't be right. That can't be right. I
think it's up there.
I thought it was like 150, 170.
No, I don't think it's that cheap. It's at least 200.
I'm gonna get some made, Mayo. I'm just not sure how many or how soon. If it'll be for Chicago or if I'll like maybe make them for Brickwood.
Chicago.
$250 a pound now. What? That can't be right. Now, what are you guys? You guys are throwing out some crazy numbers out there.
Yeah,
we're talking crazy numbers, dude.
I just saw it was $4 the other day.
Something can't be right about that. Hey, what's up, Christo? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're well, wherever in the world you're at right now.
World traveler here.
Dude, I know a lot of people that do some world traveling, including Mrs. Hive. You know, she's been to more places than I have. But man, I'll tell you, stud city out there. Dude, like, where in the world is Carmen San Diego kind of thing? Like,
I was talking about my daughter about that last night. I was like, there was a game in the 80s that was called Where in the World is Carmen San Diego?
I know. But yeah, I'm always, every time he posts a picture, I'm like, where are you at?
Yeah.
What's behind you?
What's the capital of where you're at?
I'm like stalking him at this point. But no, it's good to see you, my friend. It is always a pleasure getting to see, you know, these awesome places to go to, man.
Do it while you're young, man. Do it while you're young.
Drewbrickz, good morning to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you. Hope you're well. All right. I think we got to the bottom chat. I said hi to everybody. We can, and look, it's under an hour. I think we did pretty good.
There you go. We're doing all right.
That music. All right. I feel like I'm even getting sick of Good Morning Brick Road music, man. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
It's almost like I want to lurk on my own show. Like, I can't do that. I mean, I guess I could just do this.
Yeah.
Have a hashtag let me lurk, everybody, please. I have needs. All right.
Lurky needs.
Oh my gosh, dude. So all right, well, we got through that, so you know what it's time for. I never get tired of the news music, though. I've never wanted to change that. I thought about it like once or twice. I asked everybody, like, should we update it?
It's very newsy sounding.
It is. It's very newsy. You know, when Drew was around, remember?
You remember Drew?
Yeah, you guys remember Drew? Drew, if you're watching, reach out to me, man. SOS. Let me know you're okay. It's like you got married, bought a house, got a dog, disappeared. But I will say it was pretty funny. You made a Instagram account for your dog, which I follow, by the way. Notifications on. Dude, I was actually thinking about making an Instagram page for Xana.
Oh, that would be cool.
But she's so. I shouldn't say this because she's actually exactly like me. Like, she's either like super sweet or she's a complete psychopath. She has like no general in between.
Right.
And we can't take her anywhere. Like, we've had her for over a couple years now, and we've tried acclimating her to being around people. And don't get me wrong, like, if somebody comes over, she'll want to kill you for a little while, but eventually, you know, especially if you give her a treat, like, she'll warm up to you.
Right.
But just going out places and stuff, you know, she just acts insane, dude. Like, we get her out of the car, we're in the parking lot, and then she just fucking loses her goddamn mind. She wants to like attack everybody. And we can't figure it out because when we first got her, like, I don't know, I'd say like within a week after we got her from the shelter, we took her to Home Depot and walked her around Home Depot and everything. And it was beautiful, man. She was so sweet and kind and calm. And we're like, why would she do that? Why would she be so cool in the beginning and just like after that, like, and Mrs. Hive is pretty convinced that it's because it was like a trial error and she was afraid like maybe we'd take her back to the shelter. So she was like, I'm going to be on my best behavior. Maybe. And then once she learned, like, that's
a smart dog if she figured that out.
We do think she's way smarter than she plays off to be.
Right. They always are.
Yeah. Like, she's figured me out. She figured I'm the weaker link as far as giving her treats and stuff like that. But then there's other things she knows she can get away with Mrs. Hive and not me. So yeah, I don't know. Clicking Cliff says, what happened to Drew? Well, Drew went on what we like to call a vision quest. It's when you eat some, never mind. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. That's we'll talk about that on Pure My Fury. No, he you know, he had a lot of life stuff going on. He was getting married, he was buying a house. There was other things kind of going on. You know, I know he had stuff going on with like work, and then he was doing some traveling for a little while and stuff. He just had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff,
not just like one thing or something. So, you know, it was planned. You know, he was, you know, was he told us, and was already planning everything, that he was going to be gone for at least a few months. You know what I mean? The only reason I joke around about it is because I feel like it's been several months. And would I be? I don't know if that would be the right, because I can't even remember how long ago it's been.
It's been a while.
Drew, if you're watching, type in the chat how long it's been. You can use an alias account. It's okay.
Yeah. We just want to make sure you're all right.
He gets an emojis, something, smoke signals, anything.
But no, we do miss Drew. And it would be funny. Like, let's say I do end Good Morning Brick Road on episode 300. It'd be funny if he came back for
he came back on the last show, right?
I will say this: if I do end it on 300, I'm going to try and see if all my former co-hosts want to join us.
That would be cool.
I think it would be very cool. Just kind of, see everybody again, update everybody. I know one of them probably is not going to, because I haven't seen him since he left. I haven't even seen him. Like, nobody, as far as I know, has really seen him. And that's Doc. I would love to see Doc, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, it would be good times though, I think. So that's what happened with Drew. Cliff. Brick Daddy, ahoy! What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I see Lorm out there. Good morning. Cliff says marriage ruins everything. Oh, totally joking. You don't have to say that, man. Look, for anybody that's married, they know.
Yeah, we know.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, the thing that people, and this isn't just marriage, this is just, relationships in general. Like, look, in the beginning, it's all fun and games. You know what I mean? Have some fun, the newness of it. But if you want to really be with somebody and commit to somebody or whatever, man, it takes work.
Mm-hmm.
Just like late, be like, I'm just gonna be in this relationship, just laying down. Like, no, man, like it commitment takes work, you know what I mean? And patience, forgiveness. That's another big one.
Mm-hmm.
I had a nickel for every time Mrs. High forgave me for something.
Compromise.
I'd had a lot of nickels. Compromise. That's another big one. That's a big one, because there are times that you have to compromise, even if it seems like it's not fair. But eventually, if there's two people like deadlocked into an equal situation, somebody's got to give. So eventually you got to be like, you know what? I'll compromise this time. And then like the next time they might compromise. You know what I mean? It's a back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, why are we talking about relationships?
I have no idea.
But like, God dang, man. You know what? I got to stop going on these like side quest topics.
Those shelves back there in Drew's room, are those thin floating shelves? Like,
yeah.
I didn't even know. Did you just put those up?
Yeah, they've been up for a few weeks now.
I haven't seen those. Yeah, I gotta get my hands. I need a thin one. I just did the Batman wall. I need a 16-inch at least thin floating shelf.
I mean, I bought these. They come 3 packs.
Send that link.
Yeah,
Get the link.
Yeah. Oh shoot! Let me.
My plan is to put some back here too, on this side and on this back wall right here.
Nice.
I already have them. I just got to start putting, because there's a whole bunch of sets that don't work in the city, So,
dude, you know what I'm always eyeballing is that roller coaster.
Oh, this one.
Oh my god!
Absolutely. That
Dude.
See that? It just stands up right there. It's right.
It's just, it stands so tall and proud. Oh my gosh! All right. I'm gonna stop fantasizing about your roller coaster. Hey everybody, please, for Rapture Raccoon, hit that like button. 32 peeps.
Let's go. Hit that like. Smash.
Yes, please. The algorithm loves it. I don't know why, but the algorithm just likes the likes. It's very odd. Let's see here. What was Stephanie talking about earlier? It's not the best, but I get rid of all the Technic pieces I'm never going to use. Oh yeah, I had a pound of those little black pins. Yeah.
That I would sell those.
Dude, I really need to organize my bricks. That's what I really need to do. Because at that point, at least it'd be easier, A, to sell them, B, to, or utilize them for a box or something like that. Or even giving stuff away. Like, I have no qualms about giving stuff away, man, if I think it'd bring somebody joy, like they really need a piece or something like that. Not necessarily just for collection purposes, but like if you're building something and you're like, man, I need this mast for the ship or something like that. Like I have like those pieces. It's crazy. I still have like the cannons too for ships as well. Did you miss the news segment? No, I haven't even gotten into it. My bad.
I didn't even realize we hadn't done news either.
I know. We've been all over the place lately. So let's go ahead and get some news, everybody. Let's see what we got going on here. The Brick Fan. Well, this isn't exactly new. But
I like this. Yeah,
I do too.
It reminds me of the pumpkin from last year, right? There was a pumpkin last year.
Yeah. Actually, I got it right over there. That was the one that for Papa Trip, but he said he didn't want it. But the great thing about these little things here is they're really good pieces if you just want to decorate your little table around the Halloween or something like that. And here we go with the double-edged sword. And this is a little different from other gift purchases, but it's like, okay, if you really want it, you got to spend $120 to get it. But if you look at the other end, if you're already going to be spending Lego and you get up to $120, that's really awesome for them to give you this set.
Right.
So, yeah. So it's a nice set. I didn't even know about this. What is this? In addition, there's also a Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Valkyrie attack. A polybag that you can get with a $40 purchase of Animal Crossing, Fortnite, Minecraft, Sonic the Hedgehog, and or Super Mario. This promo also runs until October 7th. Dude, that's
I didn't know.
That's a. All right, never mind. I was just gonna say this is a really cool little chicken.
Yeah,
that looks like a printed piece. So I guess maybe
Definitely gonna have to get that for Little Brick.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Well, and if you're gonna mock something and maybe you want that colored eyepiece, that's a good way to get it as well. That's what a lot of people also, and myself included, when I first got back into Lego, it's obvious it's staring you in the face, but you just kind of don't think about, like, if you buy something and let's say I bought this, or somebody gave it to me and I'm just like, oh, I just kind of want the little chicken. But like you could take apart the rest of the stuff, and obviously this would be some interesting pieces used for a mock later. So Lego Wicked Glinda and Alphabet Bookends review.
Okay.
I mean,
they're on a bookend kick. Yeah.
I mean, look. I've really appreciated the bookends they've made lately. I appreciate when Lego does some stuff like that. I think it's and at least it encourages people like to go buy some books. Like if you're not going to read them, at least go buy some.
Yeah, that's true.
Support books.
Last with these because they have the minifigs. So I'll take those minifigs.
And a lot of people have pointed out before about how they are minifigs and not the mini dolls.
Yeah, they went away from the dolls, right? The first set or two was doll style.
Dude, I'm almost tempted to get this, but it's $130. And I would get it because Mrs. Hive and I both have tons of books. And she would probably appreciate it. I don't know if she's ever watched Wicked or not. I should ask her, but I know she does like Wizard of Oz. But I do want these figs. I think these would be great figs to have.
Well, we know you're against musicals.
Yeah, I'm very against musicals. Yes, very, very against musicals. I think they
you watch Pure Rad Fury this Friday.
Yeah, they should be banned. Everybody. Last day for Lego Polybag promotions. Look, as much as I have a hard time even speaking Animal Crossing, I do like the mold. That's nice. It's nice. I don't know how she's seeing what she's painting. Her eyes are closed, but
there's a whole Animal Crossing community out there aside from just Lego.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
didn't even know that.
Lede is the president.
I feel like there's I feel like a lot of those Animal Crossing people out there are very cultish. They're kind of scary.
Oof. Yowza, yeah. Like,
hey, I do like these
borderline. They're right there.
I like these plant pieces also, and I guess is that a snail down there? I don't know, but it's nice. It's nice. All right, moving on from Animal Crossing, Minecraft. Yeah, looks exactly the same as all the other Minecraft stuff. Super Mario Game Boy now available on Amazon. I mean, we've talked about this.
Yep.
Look, if I was you, I would actually go buy a Game Boy. You will have a lot of fun, and I think get a little more enjoyment out of it. But you know what? But if you want to actually look at the thing that you could be playing instead of just looking at it, by all means, go get it. What? And it's been a few days since our last Lego Ideas update, and a few projects have reached the third 2025 review stage. What is that, like 5,000 now? The builds feature subject matter that we've seen many times before, and we have a newcomer to the 10,000 supporter club. Dude, I love this green, man.
I do.
Oh,
I like that too.
God. This is beautiful.
I don't even know what it is, but it pops. Like it just feels like it.
Dude. Everything about it is great. Even like the little smoke out of the chimney.
Yeah, they did that.
This gives me this really does give me like a Disney Sorcerer in the Stones kind of vibe, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or what was the other one? With the sword. Oh my god, not Sorcerer in the Stone, but sorry guys, I can't. Dude. I gotta see. Disney animated movie with a sword. Black Cauldron. I thought of it before it gave it to me. All right. Black Cauldron. That's what I was thinking about. All right. Well, Tuscany.
Nice. That goes along with the other one.
Dude. See, these are just
that's cool.
But they're magnificent pills, man. Like this would look so good in the city.
Yeah. It's like
if you have a country
style,
right? If you have a country style, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys. Look, I'm gonna be really mean for a second, okay? I just looked at this,
Perry?
and then I just looked at this, and then you're showing me this.
Yeah. Is that Perry?
What the hell is that?
I see it. I see it. Don't get me wrong. I see it. But it seems a little basic.
It does.
I'm sorry. I mean, look, man, we went in between with this, then oh my gosh, this, and then we go back to this, and it's like, oh, Soundwave, okay. Did you guys get Soundwave, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Great build.
I want to. I want to.
Way easier than the last two to transform by far, like hands down. Way easier.
Because obviously, I feel like when you buy this, it would just really just be for the build experience. Because if you want to display Soundwave, it's a heck of a lot cheaper, man, just to buy a Soundwave toy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do want it, but I'm gonna be buying a modular. So
I know the Brick Hive is coming out soon because that's how they did that. So maybe March the Brick Hive will be out.
But these are two different brickheads. They're not transformative.
No. They give you the option. They give you both of them. Yeah. And Gen 1.
But I'd rather have them both. You know what I mean? So that way you can display both of them.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool because that's been brought up in my house a couple times. Why don't you have it displayed as both? And it doesn't come with that option. You either build one or you build the other. So I absolutely agree. For
but it isn't
$200. Yeah.
Isn't it wild though that they've got them labeled as two different numbers?
Oh, right.
I just feel like if they're going to do that, they should have them both in one number. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But hey, it's Lego. They like to cut some corners, don't they? What else we got here? Lego offering free Lego Ninjago micro set and latest newsletter. What? So for Lego Insiders only, we're giving away one of our 4 Lego Ninjago mini builds worth 1,800 points. It's just one of the perks of being a member. On your next shop, simply enter the code blank to get your free set. Just curious to see if they give you a code. Nobody take my code, okay?
I'm selling it.
It's over.
Lego's latest newsletter is giving away a free Lego Ninjago micro set to the Lego Insiders. Attached to the newsletter is a code to use. Okay, so you got to go to the newsletter. Okay. You guys, there you go.
Yeah, it's a free set.
Yeah. What was the date on this one? September 25th.
You're welcome.
So it's 3 days old. So I don't know, how if there was a deadline, but I would still check it out. All right. Promo bricks. What we got here? Lego Group buys all 29 Discovery Centers worldwide. What?
Uh-oh. Is that good or bad?
Well, hold on. The Lego Group announced on Wednesday that it will acquire all 29 Lego Discovery Centers and Legoland Discovery Centers from Merlin Entertainment. The acquisition includes 29 indoor experience centers in 9 countries, attracting approximately 5 million visitors annually. According to whatever his name is, CEO of the Lego Group, the Discovery Centers will be an important addition to our global network of retail stores, enabling us to offer even more memorable, interactive brand experiences and shopping opportunities for fans of all ages. Well, it's already doing that. isn't it?
Well, no, you
It's just
can't
now.
get
Just now, the
points.
difference is the Lego would make, huh?
More money.
You can't get points when you buy. When you go there, they don't give you points. They give you a
Oh, so
5%
that's what it's all
discount.
about.
So
They want to make sure we get our points. That's why they're
yeah,
acquiring all these.
It's the same reason why they took over BrickLink.
yeah,
so,
yeah. They want
so we could get all our points, right?
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I know I'm being facetious, but I mean, it does make sense that they would own their own stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always found it odd that they were like not really associated with them in a sense, because when I would go there, they would be like, we can't give you the, but they would give you a discount though. They would give you a 10% discount.
Well, look, this is significant, and a lot of people might not quite understand why. So, because the only reason I really know about this is because the video I made about it like a year ago is when Lego was in their downfall. One of the things they did to help themselves was sell all this stuff. Or I guess lease it out. I'm not really sure. I guess sell it. They actually sold their name or whatever to these companies to use as far as Legoland and all that stuff, the Discovery Centers. So now, and I mean, I guess it would go without saying because of the multi-billions of dollars that they profit off every year. Now they're like, oh, we're good. Let's go ahead and buy our stuff back.
And they started realizing that it was making money.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah. Like, so if you got like, I mean, obviously we would have to do some number crunching, but 5 million people a year. And then if we calculated just roughly at least how much like tickets would cost or how much it costs to get in, and then maybe even like figure out like what kind of like, you'd have to look at like the budget for like the last year of how much sets sold at the Discovery Centers and this and that, you know what I mean? Then figure out the production cost of the centers, like how much does it cost for like the electric and then the payroll and this and that. So yeah, somewhere along the lines, Lego was like, yeah, they're making a profit now. So they're making a profit on our name. Yeah, because when they sold them, they didn't care if they were doing good or not, because that's why they sold them, because they weren't doing good. So I just find this very, very significant into where Lego is at. And I know I usually sound really negative about it, but I'm telling you, I just feel like Lego's not taking their time about stuff, and
they're putting their hand into too many cookie jars,
And I just feel like their bubble is going to burst eventually. Because I look, it's been a kind of a conspiracy, but a lot of people do believe that Lego is trying to price a lot of us out, and they're in the frame of mind they would rather have a smaller number of people buying more expensive sets than a larger number of people buying cheaper sets. And I don't know. I feel like they're going to shoot themselves in the foot and back themselves in a corner eventually. And then they're going to scream about like, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's going to be like, well, no, now you're an upper middle class toy, man. You're premium.
It's not even a toy. It's not a toy anymore.
Person can't collect on that kind of level. Or, dude, you know how many times now, and I've said this before, like I'll be in the Lego aisle in a Target or Walmart. I'll see a parent in there or whatever. And yeah, they'll complain about the price. Doesn't mean grandmas and everybody's still going to buy their kids a Lego set for Christmas or their birthday. I just feel like as these other Legos, these off-brand bricks get bigger, and then obviously Lego still has to compete with a lot of other things, technology, video games, you know what I mean? Heaven forbid if outdoor sports get big again, where kids go ride bikes and skateboard instead of just sitting inside playing video games or on Instagram or something. So anyways, Lego Master 2026 casting is open. Anybody going to join? So yes, you read that right. Edmo Shine is once again looking for new candidates for the popular TV show Lego Masters. Recently at IDS Brick World, I was able to exhibit one of my builds for the first time and was very surprised to see blah, blah, blah's Lego Masters sign from afar. It's been commissioned to work on a new season of Lego Masters, and you can apply now. Well, I'm assuming that's not Lego Masters over here. That must be like Lego Masters, like Germany or something, right?
Yeah, because it says euros, 25,000 euro.
Yeah, what are we gonna do with 25,000 euro, man? Get out of here with that monopoly money. All right. I don't really feel like there's anything else. Smiths, well, we don't go there, so let's see here. Bricklink, that's from a while back. I think we already looked at all this stuff. So
yeah,
I think that's it for the news, everybody. I don't know what else going on.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me look out in the chat, see what's going on. That's a cool giveaway purchase. You talking about the Ghost? Yeah, the Ghost is pretty popular, and I really like the color scheme they have with the light up eyes or whatever, going against the backdrop of actual white ghost. Good stuff. Good stuff. The roller coaster is happy to be there. It's 11 a.m. I'm surprised we're past the intro. I know. It's because I can't shut up sometimes. Quarter Brick, what's going on?
Oh,
Jay was like, you know what? Instead of being in the panel, I'm just going to hang out in the chat today.
Yeah, I think she's on vacation, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's what it was.
I think she's somewhere.
Well, it was like earlier I was saying, I was like, yeah, I give Jay anyways like some grace because, you know, West Coast.
Oh yeah,
Jay's the West Coast Avenger, man. I tell you. Where else we at here? Would be cool to get a minifig too, but whatever. Yeah, I know the Sonic Poly. I know. We are a bit cultish, Hive, and you guys know I'm just playing with you guys. I feel like Pure Fury members are probably more cultish than anybody. Platypus. I don't know what it was. I was just saying it was pretty basic. And I know I'm judging, but sorry.
Perry Claus, Perry.
Oh,
Who's
yeah,
Perry?
Perry the platypus.
I don't know who that is.
That's Perry from Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, that was one of the shows I actually didn't watch that much when I was, you know, a little younger.
Yeah. He's a detective. He's actually really smart. And that's his basic form. He stands up and, you know, he solves crimes. I have too many kids, man. That's what it is.
Quarter 66 says Lego loves saying, well, just buy a second copy. Lego following the Disney model, buy everything, make everything into Lego. Yeah, they're getting a little out of control, in my opinion, with making everything into Lego. I know I joke around a lot about like a VCR is coming next. It's coming, I'm telling you. That or a sundial. One of those things is coming. You know, it'd be interesting. This would be interesting, and I wonder what it would look like. Is so something that I put into Something Nice segment a couple Fridays ago was this clock. I think we might have talked about it on the news, maybe in the past Good Morning Brick World, but there's like a Lego clock that's coming out.
Yeah, I think we did.
And I was just thinking it'd be neat to have a Lego watch. And I know a lot of people, you know, if you're more in the elite frame of mind, you might want literally just like some nice looking type of Rolex watch that has like just some nice design that looks Lego-ish. You know what I mean? Now I'm talking about like a little block that you can like put a minifig on, or you can maybe like mock it to look like a crazy, you know, design or something like that.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Now, I think the band you would have to make like a normal band. Personally, I've been getting in. I'm getting ready to get a Velcro band for my digital watch.
Second that.
Yeah, because I used to have a normal band, then I just got a stretchy band so I can just slip it on. But I don't know, it doesn't quite fit the way I want it to, so I'm gonna go with a Velcro. I just think because look, sometimes those little holes that you put the pin through or whatever, you need a hole in between the holes. You know, you need just that little extra tug or something, and you just can't get that with the holes. You need some Velcro.
It's just the rubber for me. I don't know, the sweating, and it makes me break out. So I'm definitely going Velcro.
Yeah. Agreed. Cornerbrick says I'm lurking on vacation.
Yeah,
that's all right. There's the three amigos here today.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Also, I like this. Brett says a Blockbuster set with a VCR would be cool. And how ironic, finally, instead of somebody just laughing at my dumb ideas or my dumb jokes, Brett's like, no, let's get that VCR, but get it with a Blockbuster set. Dude, give me a Blockbuster modular, please, to put in the city.
Oh, you can make it. It could be a VCR. When you open it up, it's the store.
That's cool.
On the inside.
Yeah.
That's cool. If it did come with just a VCR, get a buildable cassette case like they did for that Disney set where they did the Beauty and the Beast cassette thing, and then they did the actual VCR tape. That'd be fire. But you were 1000% right. A Blockbuster modular set for the city.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
agreed.
Absolutely.
Rolex or nothing at all. Well, look, Britt has good taste. I will say that. Y'all should go follow her Instagram account because she puts a lot of stories up with like just beautiful fast cars, man. Like insane looking cars, just really cool, you know, like nature type stuff. Then like some nice fancy type stuff. Yeah, she got good taste, no doubt. Let's see here. Slap bracelet watch. Is that one of those ones where you just like?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Slap it.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, that's some definitely classic stuff there. So let's talk about friends. Oh wait, we do have a couple segments to do real quick. Let's do the segments real quick. Friends. So let's do the cartoon builds first. Had a couple entries this week. So go ahead and do that. By the way, if you do have a cartoon build set, minifig, whatever the case may be, shoot it over to LegoLongoria on Instagram, and he will definitely get that ready and send it to me, and then we'll show it here like this. Hells yeah. Our next segment is Minifig Mug Monday. If you have a minifig and a mug, I mean, look, I joke around and say it could be this mug. It could be a coffee mug. It could be a minifig beating up another minifig with a mug. I don't promote violence, but if that's your thing, you know, they're just minifigs. They'll be okay. Anything that's creative is always good, but most people just send a minifig with a coffee mug. But there is quite a variety of mugs out there.
Yes,
I'm always impressed to see what people show. So, all right, here's Minifig Mug Monday. So many mugs. So many mugs. All right. One more. We have celebrations. So this is something we've done the longest. And look, if you're celebrating anything, you know, if you're celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, you found your car keys after a week, or whatever the case may be, or if somebody else has a celebration and you just want to shout out their celebration, send it to us. You can send it to any of us, and then we'll throw it to Brick Babe. I mean, it's faster if you just send it to Brick Babe. But yeah, then she'd get everything ready and then send it to me. And then, yeah, we upload it here. So let's see what we got to celebrate. All right. I was thinking it might be. Oh man, you know what? Give me a second here.
Don't forget about the giveaway.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking for. I was like, what did I just do with it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's going to take me a second to load that up. So, all right. Well, we'll just go ahead and talk about friends and then get to the giveaway. Okay. So, friends, yes. So we talked about some of it last week. Something I did want to kind of get into with the friend stuff is how a lot of the buildings for friends have, in my opinion, definitely surpassed the city theme.
Yeah.
They've really, really upped their game. And I mean, look, this is where I would definitely probably say it's the designers, where the designers, they come up with these ideas for these buildings. But man, I tell you what, dude, some of the buildings they've come up with are just incredible.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and the crazy part about it is, like, in the beginning, they were, I think, a little almost too, like, the colors were a little too much. And somewhere along the line, man. But even back then, like, they still, like, for instance, hold on a second. Let me get something real quick, because there was something that I had last week that I didn't get a chance to show that I thought was pretty big. And these are the early days of Friends. Like, these were definitely the early days, because I got this. Oh man, it's been several years now, probably. Like, this hot dog truck. So,
yeah.
Let me see here real quick.
Such a cool build.
Oh my god, dude, it's such a cool build. You know, and I took out, like, the seats and stuff from up here to make room for, like, us. You know, because I've had us sitting up top of here for the Good Morning Brick World intro. But, like, this is perfect, like, absolutely perfect. Do I care about the whatever teal blue? No, not at all. Or the color of this? No, not at all. It, you know what I mean? It just makes sense. There are so many things that they've done like this, just similar type things. There are things in the beach that I have. Were from Friends sets, and they just look so wonderful inside of the beach. Oh shoot, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So
I agree. Yeah.
Now, there have been a couple of Friends sets that I modified, but I took them out of the city, and then everything got revamped. I think I only have, like, a couple of Friends things in my city currently. One is that colored, different colored tower, I guess, almost like a tower. And then you could buy a restaurant set that you could actually connect to the bottom of it. So that's actually Mrs. Hive's favorite building in my city. I'm like, really? That's like that more than the Avengers Tower or the Beagle? So, yeah, definitely Friends stepped up their game when it came to buildings and like just random stuff like this. Real quick, I just wanted to keep up with the chat here. Oh, you're welcome, Britt. You're very welcome. Anthony says, speaking of your ideas, I looked up a wheel of after you jokes about making a dust slice out of cheese, only $100 more than the actual set. You'd have a ton of leftover cheese too. Well, dude, cheese is just good in general. I'll fight somebody for some cheese. I mean, that's just because it's good. Anthony. Friends have some cool sets, but what do you do with the mini dolls? All right, well, the mini dolls, I've kept a couple. One of them, I don't really want to say what their profession is on Good Morning Brick World, but they hang around the city. And you know that one space pimp, you know, the one character, he's got the hat, the purple hat, the alien. Yeah, he floats around the city too. The other one you always will see in the Good Morning Brick World intros. It's just this business lady mini doll, but she's got like a bottle of whatever drinking. He's always got like the bottle up in the air. So if you look in the Good Morning Brick World intros, you'll definitely see her in the background, usually somewhere. And then the other one, actually, it was kind of a scary one. I turned its head around, so the back of it just had like a blank face looking thing.
Oh yeah.
I used it for one of the Halloween episodes. It was like this scary type of mini doll, like going after people. As far as all the rest of them, which are a lot, because I bought a bunch of Friends sets, I sent probably 90% of them to Adora Build out in Australia, because she loves them, and she actually donates and gives a lot of them away as well to people that also love them and don't have them. So yeah, that's what I do with the mini dolls. I do keep the hair pieces though, because the hair pieces you can use on minifigs.
That's true. Yeah.
They have a wide variety of like hair pieces like that. And even more so, better is they definitely have a lot of like different hairstyles for minorities as well. People of all backgrounds, which I feel is extremely important because I don't know, man. They do good stuff for the minifigs too. Don't get me wrong, especially if they're like from an IP series or something. But just in general, you know, I'm like, yeah, but that's a whole nother discussion. Let's see here. Papa Trooper says, dropping out of chat. We'll be lurking on the big screen. Everyone stay safe and have a good. Oh, I thought you said good cheese. Good week ahead.
Good cheese.
I was
Everybody
like,
have good cheese.
My cheese will be good. But no, you have a good one, Papa Trooper. Appreciate you. Brit says, Brick Mamba, are those tacos?
It's just a breakfast sandwich.
I was gonna say,
trying to hit I'm going all around the Bronx right now. You know, I'm here, I'm there. We did basketball, we did a little bit of the vault. You know, we're doing a lot of things right now.
I do think it's funny. We speak of brunch more often than I would think of on the show. We've talked about it before.
What is brunch time?
Well, just recently we were talking about like the time frame for brunch, and yes,
right.
I don't have a watch on. It feels like it is brunch time.
It is.
All Mamba needs now is a, what do they call them? Bloody Mary. Yeah.
Or mimosa.
Dude, I would much rather have chat. And look, if you don't drink, it's fine. You're obviously not going to answer this, but I'm curious. Bloody Mary or mimosa? I'm definitely going to go with mimosa.
Yeah, mimosa. Bloody Mary, I've never had one, but it seems too heavy.
It is very heavy.
Too much of a like everything.
It's like getting drunk off a V8.
Yeah. It
I don't drink, so I don't know.
Yeah, so there you go. Mimosa for Gina there. All right. Mayo says, I'm 20 minutes behind. I fast forward through the news and I don't care about the Lego Land Discovery Center news. Lego would really have a deeper relationship than what some collectors realize. I have no doubt about that, Mayo. I have no doubt about that. Yeah, that's a whole different thing, though. All right. Look, I have the names for the members ready. So why don't we go ahead and do that real quick and then we'll jump back into the friends talk. Britt says mimosa. Dude, looks like we're all having mimosas, everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Stephanie says tequila and orange juice.
There you go.
I thought that's not a mimosa though, right? Because mimosa is champagne, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mimosa is champagne and orange juice. Tequila and orange juice is a sunrise. Tequila sunrise.
Oh wait, hold on a minute.
And if you're drinking tequila sunrise right now, no judgment.
Oh my god, give me a second. Oh my god, I gotta find it. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm taking the time to do this, but I have to do this. It wouldn't be a stream of mine if I wasn't gonna get copyrighted. Okay. Come on, baby. If they had a song about mimosas, I would be playing that right now. Look at Anthony says, I'm gonna make a mimosa right now. All right, that's my copyright for the morning.
Yeah,
dude, I got copyrighted for oh my god, I played something on Pure Ant Fury.
Oh, did you really?
Because yeah, every once in a while I'll play like a slow song like Prince or something.
Right.
I played something and they hit me with a copyright. I'm like, god dang it, man. So I went back and rewatched the stream, and when I got to that part, yeah, I'm just dancing to like no music. It looks so weird. I'm like, it's already cringy enough with music. Now it's gonna even look more cringe without music. Stephanie says, I don't need the sunrise. It's too sweet. It is 5 o'clock somewhere too. I agree, Britt. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do the giveaway. I just got to reshare the screen because I need the music in the background. Okay, here we go. All right. I don't know why this one has 2 fishes on it, but I'm a Pisces, so maybe I was thinking about that at the time. So right now we have 38 members. So you have a 1 in, I guess, 37 chance. You wouldn't count yourself, right? I mean, good luck, everybody. The first person it lands on is the winner. Oh, and just in case if anybody just jumped in, let me just show everybody. That looks weird. This is what I'm giving away in honor of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. So it did retire. So if you never got a chance to get this one,
there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Boom.
Yeah, it's what we call a twofer.
There you go.
Yeah. Whoops. Doggone it. Stop it. Why are you doing this? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go, everybody. Good luck. Oh, no music this time. Well, that's disappointing. Who's it going to land on? Who's it going to land on? Is it Brick Luck? It looks like it's Brick Luck.
Nice.
Congratulations, Brick Luck.
Congratulations.
I will reach out to you. I was thinking about you anyway, so I can actually say hello. Hello. All right. Well, congratulations to Bricklock for the Mandalorian and Grogu brickheads.
Those are cool. That's a cool little build.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I had bought one already, and then I don't know. I bought another one because I was like, oh, why not? And then and it just sat around forever. So I don't know, man. It's been sitting on the backlog for freaking years now. Hive Inception. I know. It's a stream within a stream within a stream. By the way, if you haven't seen Inception, go watch it, but don't try and figure out the ending. You'll go mad. I don't know if anybody's got any opinions about that ending. If they know,
it's been so long since I've seen it.
Was he still in the Inception or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't look.
It's like Shutter Island.
I know. And look, I got to tell you something, man. And I don't mean to rant, but I'm going to. It's just a mini rant. But I don't like nuanced endings in movies and stuff. It's not my job to figure out your movie. It's your job to tell me, like, I don't mind a little nuance. That's fine. But not like, is he still in the Inception? Are you kidding me, dude? What? Because there's no clear-cut answer. And I don't like that. I don't need Mr.
It's like the Sopranos ending.
Dude,
forget about it.
You never know. You don't know.
It would be great if Hive decided to go out, ending it on a Sopranos note. Just in the middle of the stream, just that's it.
Hey, look, Britt knows what's up. She's like, no, he found peace in his family. That's the ending. Britt's like, you're looking into it too much, Hive. And I probably am, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna let you on. Know.
Some people are like, oh, it's such a thing. And I'm not talking about just that. I'm just talking about just in general. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just too picky, I guess, with my movies. They can't be breaking out in song and dance. We need closure. I don't know. All right, back to Friends. So I did have some facts I wanted to spit off about Friends. So let's go over a couple of these facts before I lose track of everything. Okay, so the year that the Friends theme launched was in 2012. And this should be obvious, but just in case anybody doesn't know, they launched it. It was their biggest effort to appeal to young girls, because after years of research into how children play differently, they realized that, yes. I'm trying to remember what it was exactly. The thing about, because I know I've mentioned before about, in general, when girls and boys play differently with stuff, like how they imagine themselves either as the character or the character as them. So there was all that kind of going on. But yeah, I'd say in the mid to late 2000s, let's see, it says that only about 10% of Lego consumers were girls, a number Lego wanted to increase. So the Lego group conducted a lengthy research project to understand why girls were disengaging from building sets and what they wanted instead. Now, this is something I've discussed before, and it's going to be a much bigger discussion than what we can have here. I mean, we don't have that much time to get into it, but why was it girls didn't play with Lego as much as boys? Now, I've heard some females mention about like either they're discouraged not to. And I'm not saying obviously that's not true. I mean, clearly I don't know what everybody's personal experience was with Lego. I just try to imagine people like telling little girls like, no, you can't play with Lego. Like, because Lego's not the same thing as like, so there's some stuff that, yes, in general, boys and girls play with differently. Barbies, G.I. Joe, you know what I mean?
Right.
Polly Pockets, Transformers, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean there aren't intermingles of different genders on these things, but just in general, right? But Lego, yes, Lego Star Wars or something, but just Lego, just building blocks.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the most gender kind of neutral thing that you could have. And something that Dawg, you know, former co-host, actually showed me, which I should have known just from growing up in the 80s, but we found like tons and tons and tons of Lego ads that heavily included girls, you know, in the 70s, the 80s, you know, even like the 90s. So yeah, is it because girls were discouraged, or is it because girls just had other types of interest, you know, whether it be different toys, or, I mean, I know once we start getting into teenage years, you know, girls generally, you know, get involved with like makeup and doing certain things, you know, like, I don't know, like magazine stuff. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a girl, so I don't know, but I'm just saying like, there are certain things, but yeah, the one thing that Lego did not do is tell us what research they found, except for basically about like how girls and boys see themselves differently in these toys that they play with. So the solution that they found, one, was mini dolls, which is the most prominent change with the introduction of mini dolls, a new type of figure that was taller than traditional minifigures and easier to pose. I don't know about the easier to pose part. Would you guys agree with that?
No, I mean, not any easier than anything else.
I mean, because they can't bend their legs the same way. They don't fit in certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a different one. I'm not sure. Plus, it seems like they have big feet. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stephanie says I shouldn't have to think so hard when I'm relaxing. My daughter never showed any interest in Lego. It could just be, again, an individual to individual basis thing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, just from my own experience, I know so many girls, women that are into building, math, you know, construction type stuff. And I mean, just like drill and a screw, just like design, you know what I mean? Architecture type things.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of that, you know what I mean? But then there's a lot of them that aren't interested in that stuff. And I feel like it's really just, it's the same thing with guys. But there's no doubt like there's a much higher percentage. And I mean, it's changing obviously now, but look at the ambassador program. You know, if you guys look at, you know, and this is something I noticed. If you look at, and again, I'm not saying this to try and point a finger at Lego or tell them that they're doing something wrong or bad or anything, but I'm just observing. Okay. If you look at the latest picture of all the ambassadors, you know, they take that every year, they take it on the steps. There's one, as far as I could see, I might be wrong, but there was one person of color in that whole group, you know? And again, I'm not trying to point fingers at Lego or say this. I'm just saying it's not even just about, okay, there was one person of color, but then it's a sausage fest, man. It's like, there's only a handful of women in the group.
Mm-hmm.
So is it because that's what Lego's picking? Or is it because there's just so few women out there that they, you know, which I don't. The reason why I have trouble with that is because, for instance, there's a really great content creator named Brickz. Why not? I want to say that's her name. I always forget. I'm horrible with names, but she's got a pretty decent following. She puts out really good content. You know, like these things don't necessarily matter to me, but you know, she's a woman. You know, her daughter, you know, is a person of color. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things, and just she makes good content, and it's informative stuff too. It's a lot of informative things, and I just think like that's a good person to have as an ambassador. She has a good attitude. She's been very honest about stuff, and she walks a pretty fine line with being honest. You know, you can tell she means it, and she's kind of blunt about the stuff that she says, but she says it in a very elegant way, much nicer than I do. So I mean, she's applied to land at least 2 times, I think 3. and she's been denied all 3 times. And I just can't figure out why. I'm sure there must be a reason, but I would just think that with you wanting to include, you know, more women, they're doing the whole thing right now. The whole, she built that stuff, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, you just look at some of this stuff and you're like, well, what's going on here? So yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? These are some, like I said, broader questions to kind of wonder about. What's he saying? I wish Lego would have asked me. A lot of us do before changing the old gray to blue gray. They're too secretive and they don't have a good feedback loop. Yeah, well, that's something I always complain about with land anyways. You know, I don't want to beat a dead horse in the mouth, obviously, but communication is the one thing, you know, like when they do stuff like that, you know, they change these pieces or whatever. I just feel like there should easily be a tunnel of communication, and maybe some things can change, you know, and maybe some people could be like, well, maybe you should just ask a land member and they can find out. But that's not, I feel like it should be a little more easily accessible information. You don't have to,
yeah, for sure.
You don't have to dig for it, but I don't know. Brett says, I grew up in the 90s and my parents either couldn't afford it or they gifted it to my little brother. And look, maybe that's another thing, that it's not even something that's malicious. It's just something that's just almost subtle within a lot of us, how we just have certain bias in our heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe you're not even like thinking about it in a bad way. You're just like, oh, I'll give, you know, your little brother the Lego and then we'll give you this, you know what I mean? Because yeah, the friend stuff at the beginning, at least, and I'd say still now, it definitely, you could see it's probably geared towards girls. You know what I mean? Like the color scheme, the mini dolls and all that. But a lot of males, you know, I mean, are like a lot of that, they're the sets. I mean, we talked about, like, again, these architecture sets, these building sets or whatever, and they're incredible. You know, I mean,
you know what, when Friends first came out, you know, I did look at it like that. I did look at it as more of a girl's toy than the you know, a guy's toy. But then I started looking at the detail in their buildings and stuff, and I was like, man, that's so cool, you know. And then you kind of have to get your mindset out of that, like, oh, this is just for everybody. Like, you know, anybody can mess with this or whatever. You know, it doesn't have to be gender, you know, specific. You know.
Yeah, Anthony, you're right. You're absolutely right. There are definitely some that are Latina. So yeah, I shouldn't have just used that broader term of just like one person there, a person of color. I meant it in a very, like, a more obvious way. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, the friend stuff. The animals that come with friend sets are much better. Well, I mean, that's one of us that agrees. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate all of them. I've used some of the dolphins in my ocean. You know, they look all right as long as you don't look too close at them, because they got like eyes with lashes and stuff. And it's like, no, man, don't put lashes on my dolphin, man. I like the grumpy cat, but like, dude, when you look at like a reindeer, you know, from like a city set or something like that, and then you look at a reindeer from a friend set with their big feet, and I mean, here's the thing. So I guess we could say in general, their target audience it wasn't just girls, it was little girls. Because I feel like maybe a teenager girl wouldn't want to. They'd probably want a little more realistic deer.
Right.
I mean,
I would think so. But do they care? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they're so like detailed oriented in that to be like,
you know,
I really don't want a doll. You know?
And I want to say also, like, I feel like the percentage numbers for like girls in Lego would also be similar to other nerd hobbies. I mean, I could totally be off here, but I just feel like in general, because like in comic books, you know, obviously it's a smaller percentage, and
I'll wait.
Other types of hobbies, you know what I mean? I just, for some reason, and I'm so happy, man, to see more and more females getting into the nerd community over the years as time goes on, dude.
Yeah.
Because they're absolutely, dude. I get in general, maybe some guys like action more, you know, action type movies and stuff. But just as far as nerdom goes, I just feel like it's so awesome, because like when I was growing up, you know, or like a lot of us that are older, you know, like, again, it wasn't cool to be a nerd. You'd see some women or girls in the nerd community, but they're very far and few between. You know what I mean? but yeah, it's just, I think it's just great. You know what I mean? Because there are some people that are mean and they gatekeep, you know, there are people that gatekeep anything. It doesn't matter what it is. But
right.
I feel like a lot of us, man, I just feel like are definitely a lot more accepting. I think there's also a huge percentage of guys, and I bring this up a lot, that need to chill out, you know, when it comes to females in the community. Like, for crying out loud, man. Like, it's like, you don't talk to the dudes like that, man. What are you doing, man? Anyways, let's see here. Oh, look at Shy. What's going on, Shy?
What up, Shy?
I've been calling Shy the sugar plum fairy lately, because he's been flying around sprinkling UCS goodness and chat.
Yes.
I don't want to give it away. Everybody should go watch ACOB, but yeah, big W Shy. Don't forget, Michelle and Jean are Mexican, and they are also a few from South America, Middle East, and also have a fam. Yeah. So look, I will clarify. I made a mistake that, yes, there are more than just straight white people in land. That I just, you know, I only mentioned like one woman of color, and I'm not even sure as far as like, you know, the if she's like straight or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying as far as representation goes.
Right.
But yeah, there's definitely other ones. Shy and I have talked about this a little bit before, because he brought up a map of where you can find, you know, like where, not in exact addresses, but in general where like land members are, lug members are, stuff like that. I guess it's on like the Lego whatever website. But it just seems to me, and I could be wrong, maybe I wasn't looking at the map right, you know, maybe I need to relook at it. It seems to me that the majority of the ambassadors are of European American, you know, white, you know, nature, you know. So and I want everybody to understand that I look at numbers, you know, percentages, you know. So I understand on some places a percentage of, you know, minorities are smaller, you know what I mean? Obviously that's what called minorities, you know what I mean? It's not the majority, but I feel like when we're talking about a broader sense of around the world, I feel like Lego could do a little bit better. Just a little bit better. But look, I also don't understand I don't know the analytics to a lot of stuff. I don't know how hard it is to have certain ambassadors in certain places. You know what I mean? How they go about, like, because if people don't apply, you know, I don't know, but I don't know also if people are encouraged to apply. I know sometimes we hear about like, hey, it's time or whatever, but like, are they really encouraged? Do people get the news spread out enough? You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a lot to it. And I'm probably just speaking too fast on things. But yes, Michelle and Jean are, yes, they are Mexican. Yes. Mrs. Papa Trip says boys tend to go towards more action fantasy themed toys to imitate, while girls lean towards wanting to be like mom or princess. So space and nice for boys and palaces and puppies for girls. And look, I feel like generally, you know, these are general things. You know what I mean? There's obviously outliers.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys ever seen a brony? Probably a lot of people don't even know what the brony is. I'm just saying, people could be into anything, man. Where else we out here? Lego did always have a few aesthetics coexisting. Remember Scale and Bellevue? Yeah. These are before my time, and I'm not really into it anyway, so I haven't even looked into it. Dude, Jude, what's going on? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Our daughter loved Duplo. Of course, she had two older brothers that would do the building, and she would play with the figures. Now that she is an adult, she loves building Lego because she loves Pop Trip. Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I feel like that's something else that can play into a lot of this stuff we're talking about is siblings. You know, if you have some older siblings that, especially I guess if they're brothers, you would probably have a bigger chance of getting into Lego.
My wife was the same way. I mean, she played with Lego only because her brother had it. And, you know, there's a set that I built for the gas station from 1980s. And it was one of her sets that she had when she was a kid. You know, I mean, I didn't even mess with Lego when I was a kid. She played with it more than I did.
I can't tell you Well, I probably could tell you. It's not like it's thousands or anything, but I could tell you like how many girlfriends I've had over the years. You know what I mean? Before I got married and stuff, that they just would casually pick up a comic book that I would have, man, and just get like right into it, because I usually read stuff that was interesting. You know what I mean? I didn't just read you average general stuff. But I remember one picked up the Kingdom Come paperback, trade paperback that I gotten, and dude. Yeah, and she didn't even go to Marvel. Like, she just went straight to DC after that. She became an insanely huge Batman fan.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So I think sometimes it's just exposure, and that's like that for a lot of us with a lot of different things. You know what I mean? You might have just not even known about something, and then all of a sudden somebody brought it to your attention. You're like, oh my goodness. So the biggest thing about Friends, obviously, was to attract girls to Lego, and it worked. To what degree, it's hard to say unless they actually have some facts here. But speaking of like the Belleville stuff, the Lego Friends line was launched in 2012 with some sets appearing in late 2011 to replace the previous girl theme, Belleville. The theme has undergone several reboots, including a significant update in 2018 with the Girls on a Mission series, and a further reboot in 2023 featuring a new cast and an all-new animated series called The Next Chapter. And this is something interesting also, like, because BrickBabe got some facts for me as well. So Heart Lake City, the main setting is Heart Lake City, a fictional town named after the heart-shaped lake in the middle. It serves as the hub for all Friends adventures. So something else that is very interesting about the Friends theme, and City has done this a tiny bit, but in a much more broader, nuanced kind of term. But the thing about the Friends is these characters, like, there's like these storylines and stuff that they kind of attached to them, and then they grew up and then had kids of their own. I feel like that was really a smart move on them, because I think that a lot of girls that probably got into the Friends when it first came out, then by the time they get a little older, like, now they're like, oh, these characters have like gotten older too, and they have their own kids and this and that.
Right.
Kind
of grows with them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a really big deal, man. Honestly, it's an evolution of characters. You know what I mean? Instead of it just being the same, it's like similar, but not. The original 5 Friends, the core group that began with the 5 characters of Olivia, Mia, Andrea, Stephanie, and Emma. And even each of these characters had like their own type of personality type thing. So Olivia was like an inventor, an animal lover. Mia was a nature lover. Andrea was a musician. Stephanie was an organizer and like an athlete. And then Emma was an artist and like, I don't know, BrickBabe wrote fashionista. I don't know if that's like a real word or not. But it is good enough. But yeah, it gave these characters personalities instead of like, unless you're talking again about an IP, all the City stuff they're pretty generic.
Yeah, they're just, you're giving them, the only thing you're giving them is jobs, like they're construction or they're, sweeper or they're whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're just giving them jobs. They don't have any personality.
Yeah, and I feel like this is, and I feel like this would have been great for boys as well, but like each character was designed with unique personalities, colors, and interests. And the only kind of relatable thing I can kind of say to that as far as on a boys level is I remember first is like G.I. Joe. I always liked the ninjas in G.I. Joe, whether it was Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, Jinx, and then they kind of made some new ones over time. But I was into those, even though I liked all the G.I. Joes, right? So with Friends, I would imagine a lot of, girls or boys, that collect Friends or whatever, they might be an artist and relate a lot to the Emma character.
Right.
But still like a lot of the other characters as well. I just thought that was another smart thing that they did to help you kind of grow attached to these different characters. So in 2023, Lego refreshed the line with a new generation of characters to expand diversity and inclusivity. This introduced new friends like Autumn, who has a limb difference, I think Aaliyah and Leo. So that's another huge thing about these mini dolls and the Friends line is, I'm glad they did it, but it's like they took a next level step that the city line won't do, and you got all these different skin tones for these characters. Then of course they include diversity as far as like, you know, like handicap type stuff, whether it's like missing a limb. We've seen a lot of them that have the earpiece on.
Right.
They're really big about I forgot what the name of it is, but with the sunflower, you know, for the overstimulation and type of stuff. Like there's a lot of things. They've had a blind person now with a dog. They've just included a lot of different things that I feel is extremely important, because we talk a lot about inclusion, obviously, with, you know, people of color, that kind of stuff. But yeah, imagine like if you have like a missing limb or you're deaf or something, you know what I mean, to see a character that you can at least relate to.
Yeah, that represents you.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you know, that doesn't mean obviously somebody can't be, you know, relate to anybody else that is different looking or anything like that. I just feel like with very specific things, and I think, you know, I'm not trying to preach. I just feel like a lot of people, like we'll just take myself for example, are just it's and it's not even like a person's fault. It's just real easy to not think about certain things because you don't deal with them. You know what I mean?
If they're not in front of your face, you're not dealing with. Yeah.
Now, obviously, again, this goes with numbers and stuff, but it's real easy for me to see plenty of people that look like me. You know what I mean? I don't ever have that feeling of like, man, I wish there was somebody that kind of looked like me or had a disability like me or something that I could kind of relate to or feel like, hey, they actually care, you know, to you know, whatever. So I think it's important. And I think Friends has gone beyond doing things like that. You know, they've gone above and beyond. And again, it's a bigger conversation I'm not going to get into, but I feel like really City kind of really do, you know, because if you want a certain character that looks a certain way, it's like, yeah, you got to get a mini doll or buy an IP set or something. You know what I mean? You know how much IP sets cost.
Yep.
So yeah, we didn't really close into the show, but wanted to go over just a couple more things real quick. Lego Friends has had an animated TV series, specials, and webisodes, including Lego Friends of Heart Lake City and Lego Friends, Girls on a Mission. These help bring the characters' stories to life, which I'm assuming, just like anything else, is really awesome. I mean, we all know about cartoons of our favorite toys and everything. Awards and popularity. The theme was initially controversial, which is weird, but it quickly became one of Lego's best-selling themes, and it has been in the top 5 basically every year almost, in my opinion.
And it's gotten bigger and bigger in the shelves, like at other stores like Target and Walmart like that. It used to be like a small section. Now it's half of it, you know?
Yeah, because they've seen how well they sell. Within its first year, Lego Friends doubled the company's sales to girls. Yeah, numbers don't lie. Real world hobbies reflected. Many sets reflect real world hobbies and interests like baking, music, sports, science, animal care, and even space exploration, making the characters relatable. So this is something kind of relates to what Andrew was just saying a little bit ago about, like on City, it's usually just jobs. And I know they put jobs in here as well, but they get a little bit more of a variety. And some of them, it's not about just jobs. It's just about like, these are two parents raising a kid in the house. You know, I mean, we don't really know what they do. Special sub themes. Lego Friends has had multiple sub themes over the years, such as jungle rescue, amusement park, horse riding, and more recently school and apartment based sets, which also I think go along to a lot of their architecture, the buildings and stuff, man. God, they do a really good job on this stuff. If they started making like Friends modulars, dude, I would lose my mind.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last thing was cultural impact. Lego Friends helped broaden Lego's audience and inspired a wave of more diverse and lifestyle-focused sets like Lego Disney, Lego Elves, and Lego Dots, showing the success of storytelling-driven play. Also, speaking of culturistic type things, I think it has also pulled from, you know, at least a little bit at a time, some different culture aspects from just different groups of people. Even different places. Like I feel like they had a set in like for like Africa. I'm pretty sure they had one from you know, South America. So yeah, overall, the biggest thing I think to take away from Friends isn't what it was initially started about, you know, which is important, you know, obviously getting little girls to want to play with Lego. you know, and even that could just be a springboard from maybe they get a little older and they're like, yeah, I don't really want mini dolls anymore. I want to actually get into like these city sets or whatever sets, you know. But I think even the bigger thing is because so many boys and even adult males as well as adult females, you know, have just dived into Friends stuff and really appreciated like a lot of the stuff they brought. But really, again, the more cultural type aspect and the representation and diversity that the Friends theme has done and done so well.
Yep.
It's never, ever seemed like it was like almost like the most important aspect of it. It was just natural. Just natural.
And it didn't seem forced either.
It never seemed forced. Never seemed forced. The only thing that even kind of seemed forced, and they toned it down, was a lot of the color schemes. And they still use, you know, colors maybe that would be attractive to girls. You know what I mean? But like they just done it in such a beautiful way that it's just like I said, it's toned down. Every once in a while, there's something I'm like, that's not really gonna be my cup of tea.
Right.
But most of the time, usually, and I would have more of them, but you know, obviously, Lego's expensive. But yeah, their buildings have been really awesome. By the way, Cheap Ass Bricks, what's going on? I see you out there. Before we get out of here, I see all Joel. What's going on? Joel's Bricks is out there. It's good to see you, my friend. Sorry, just kind of making sure. So is a guy into Labubu or bro boo boo?
Bro boo boo.
Oh, so is a guy into Labubu a bro boo boo? Yeah, I guess we could call it that. Amongst other things, I'm sure. Let's see. Star Wars saved Kathleen Kennedy's life. Lego Friends and Furious saved my life. I do my best, man. I do my best. Friends is an American Girl and Lego form. Wait, Friends is an American Girl and Lego.
American Girl is American Girl doll. That's
okay.
By Mattel. I believe it's Mattel.
I don't know. I kept thinking about Tom Petty song.
Yeah, I didn't even go there.
Let's see here. Just making sure I missed anybody. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, everybody, if you could smash the like button, smack it, flip it, rub it down, whatever makes you feel good. Okay. I think that's about it for the Friends. There's not really too much else to talk about at the moment. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely more to dive into it. You know what I mean? But I thought we covered a good amount. We got our giveaway out of the way.
Yeah.
Everything is all good. Whew. Man, oh man. It'll be October on the next.
Oh, it will be. Yeah.
Hold up. Years flying by.
Years going by fast, man.
I know, man. It's gonna be 2026 here real soon. Yeah, time flies, no doubt. All right, guys. I'm going to play the member outro. I do need to update it, so hopefully I should have a new member outro by next week. Also, I've already started working on a new intro. Everybody's gonna be at the beach.
Nice.
I just didn't quite finish it all to have today, so it'll be ready for next week. Okay, you guys, we really appreciate you being here and hanging out with us, spending time with us, chatting it up with us, listening to us talk, and we will see you guys next weekend. But first, just before we go, want to shout anything out? Brick Mamba.
Well, stay tuned this week. I will be unveiling the new DC wall.
Nice.
Plus, there will be a change to the handle. I know everybody's spoken about it a couple times. So the new handle would just be Brick Mamba. It will not be, you know, IBrick UBrick will be something, you know, that I represent, but I'm just going to put me because I jump into streams and they be like, hey, IBrick UBrick. And that's Mamba. It's so confusing. So new handle coming soon on DC wall and hopefully some more work on the vault.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Also, random show coming out tonight, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Don't forget about
Definitely
that.
building some stuff, doing some Halloween builds. So check that out.
Awesome. Yes, the random Sunday show. So that's still going to go on tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Somebody will be there.
Somebody will be there.
Me and Mamba will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be doing some building.
Yeah.
Rock on. What about you, LegoLongoria?
Yeah, just come and check us out tonight. Also on Tuesday, I'll be on Brick at Night. I'll be on with the gang there, and we'll be talking some Lego and stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun this Tuesday. Come check us out.
Rock on. By the way, hello, Patty, the theater dog. God, so cute. Sorry to have missed the live. Don't worry about it. You're good. You know, maybe catch on the replay. So, as far as me, well, yeah, we'll see how fast I can get some of these videos out. But yeah, as always, there's Pure Rant Fury on Fridays at midnight, and then yeah, you know, we'll be doing another Good Morning Brick World next week. So I don't know. I might do a random stream on Saturday. I might have a drawing stream throughout the week. We'll see what happens. So it just depends on how busy I get. So
heck yeah.
All right. I think that's about it though. So you guys, peace out.
All right. See you guys. Have a good week.
We'll see you on the next one.